Hi, it's Lynn Langit, and here's more on some of the new VM features on Windows Azure announced this week. So I made a previous video where I didn't have success, and I'll link to it so you can see. Looks like got some improvement here because I was able to make a couple virtual machines today. So the process is just click New, and then you make a VM, and from Gallery. And the one that I'm particularly interested in is the SQL Server 2012. So what I did is I spun it up, and I'll give you a tip that I think why I went wrong the first day. I'll just put in a AAA, some password here. Let me actually, I just need to do this really quick um, and what I think is that they weren't enabled the ability to have VMs in all the different data centers, because what I saw is I tried to put in something here, and then when I said use a storage account that I already had, see, I had this problem, and it gave me an error. But when I said use automatically generated storage account, then it worked. So just a tip, because it didn't give me feedback, so if you're trying to do this. So I went ahead and I set this up, and it took only about 5 minutes, which was cool. Now when I was playing with this, a couple things. I'm using a free trial account, and it was sort of unclear as to when there would be charges, because when I enabled this feature, it said there could be charges. And in Twitter, the product team said that the VM will just be turned off if I have the, make this account truly free. So I haven't had a chance to play with that, and I'll update when I do. So when you create a VM, what happens is then if you follow the wizard the way I show is you get a new storage account. So I've created 2 other ones, and I've deleted one, and you get a cloud service. So then once the VM is all created, then if you click into it, then you have your URL, you have your host name, and this is just a new VM, and then you get your dashboard here, and you have the ability to look at endpoints, which is RDP, and configure it. And then to connect to it, you just click connect down here, and that will open an RDP session. I already did that for the purposes of the VM, and I really wanted to just show what was installed in terms of SQL Server 2012 in case you want to check it out. So you can see inside of here you have the basic services, you have the relational engine, you have analysis services, you have integration services, and reporting services. And then I went and took a look at what else was installed. This is the 64-bit Enterprise Evaluation Edition. You can see from select @@ version. And you can see that the analysis services installation is the UDM or the OLAP cubes. Also, I went ahead and I connected to my Azure account. This is something in Management Studio that I think a lot of people haven't discovered. Kind of handy. You can connect to an Azure account and look at your bucket, basically, your storage bucket. And then the last thing I wanted to see is whether or not SSDT was installed, and it is. So it is a pretty complete install for evaluation purposes. The question really is, how long can you run this thing? Here's the SSDT and the business intelligence tools within the free trial sandbox. One thing I was concerned about, and I did look for, and I haven't seen yet, is the ability to pause a VM. I know in the Amazon offering, one of the things I use when I'm evaluating quite frequently is I pause my VMs, and then I'm not charged for compute when I'm not using it. I'm only charged for storage space. And I don't see that in the interface here at all. I see connect, restart, shut down, attach, and delete. Excuse me. So if I go back to my VMs, what it seems to be is you can create either your own VMs, or you can use these pre-created VMs. Good for evaluating SQL Server 2012, I think. Depends on how much usage I can get out of it. And they do require that you allocate a new storage location. Again, I'm not sure in terms of storage space and compute how much leeway I have here. So as I play with it, I'll update you. It is interesting that it spins up pretty quickly, about 5 minutes, which was good. And I'll continue to update as I install stuff, look at the performance, and see how much possibility you have for trying things out in the free trial account. So this is Lynn Langit. Follow me on Twitter, or go to my blog at www.lynnlangit.com for all things data, and I'll be continuing to update on these new offerings on the cloud. Thank you.